Well, there's a gate right in front of us. But if we look to the left... Well, first there's a red herb. We're going to grab that. There's a gate right here. Elmona Mountain Road. Underground passage under construction. No trespassing. Construction personnel only. So this is one of the cases, actually I think this is our last case, where we have three different ways we can go. Now again, I'm going to take the way that I think is appropriate for our first path through. And I'll explain why I think this is appropriate for the path we're currently taking. Oh. So, Avalanche knocked this poor guy down, and look. Agent X. So that's why I consider this to be part of the first path. Because the first path is really more about Agent X, the monsters and the monsters connected to that path. Now, unfortunately, these agents don't drop anything. And it's not easy to run from them. Because look, there's more than one. At this point, it's pretty clear that there are multiple agents after us. They will only follow us so far, so we can try to outrun them. But the problem with that is we run into another one. And being stuck between two of them is a losing proposition. So here we are back in the area where we make our final choice of 3. Let me grab this red herb. We took the mountain pass over here. Now we're going to take this one, Elmona Mountain Road. And I'm not going to use my rocket launcher here. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll use my grenade, not my grenade gun, my shotgun. Now it's going to become very clear very quickly why I think this is part of Path B. It's because this road is full of cleaners. And I do mean full. Now this is actually my preferred choice to make here, because you can actually just outrun most of these cleaners. And you can get by without using any ammunition, or taking any damage if you're quick enough. Although something interesting happens here that I don't think happens at any other point in the game. Let's see if it's going to happen. Yeah, when we go through this little pass here, you can see that the cleaners are using laser pointers to find us. Try to take shots at us. Alright, that's it. We made it safely out of here. We're back where we make our final of 3 choices, and, well, this is actually our final choice. We're going to take this elevator down into this unfinished mine shaft. Actually, I don't think it's a mine shaft. I think it's an underground tunnel that they never finished. Now, I am carrying around my rocket launcher, but we're going to switch that. I think we'll use our shotgun. Now, I'm taking it a little slow because of reasons like that. I don't want to get jumped, either figuratively or literally, by the monsters that are down here. And it's not just lickers. Oh yeah, this doesn't look any better. Ooh. Yeah, we'll take some acid rounds. Oh, there's our buddy the hunter. There's only one, right? Nope, there's more of them. There's a third. So yeah, if I was going too fast down here, I could have easily got jumped by like 3 of them. So, compared to the other 2 routes, you can see why this one is so particularly dangerous. We lucked out, there were only zombies in here. Even if they were cadaver zombies, that's still better than what we could have met in here, because sometimes there are hunters. Now, is that it? I think that's it, and we're back on the road where the other 2 paths converge. Now, here is where we would meet up. And right now, there are hunters. Sometimes there are dogs down here. Dogs aren't as bad because you can run past them. Hunters though, you really gotta take out. Alright, this is another area where I usually run. Because this area has... stop it. Don't look at them. Run. This area has, I guess, the black tiger spiders. So I should probably just keep the rocket launcher, at least for this part. We've been lucky. We haven't gotten poisoned yet. Well, at least not on this path. No, don't look at the door. Yes, look at the hunter. Hunters are more important than doors. Well, they're more important than doors. There needs to be like a priority system. Like, enemies should more often than not be the first thing you look at. Now, sometimes there's a hunter around the corner here. Not this time, though.
Lott?
Okay, we hear Lott screaming from downstairs. But around the corner, some grenade rounds. I haven't used the grenade gun yet, have I? I'll save it for a little later. Oh. Jerk. Stop blocking. See, at this point, we're not going to get items. And look, there's another one. Alright, now this room, we would find the Magnum. It appears to be some kind of power switch. You've turned on the switch. Alright, and we're really at the last leg of the game at this point. Okay, that should be enough. Alright, cadaver zombies. Power reactor is not working. An activation disk appears to be required. Well, let's go see if we can find the activation disk. Going through this way is not optimal, because this room that we're about to go back into, those cadaver zombies always repopulate. See what's up there? Yeah, see, one-on-one, not too bad. What am I stuck on? Yeah, they still got that lance-like tongue. Appears to be the shutter switch, but there is no power. There we go. There's a nice goodie. Acid rounds. And look what we have in here. It looks like they're growing ivies in these tubes here. Okay, there's something bad here. Don't look at the door. Come on. See? One of those big bad liquors. But here's the activation disc that we need. Well, did you hear that? Sounded like glass breaking. And no, I don't think Stone Cold is coming down to the ring. Alright, and here is where we would find another file. The Factory Worker's Diary. August 5th, 1998. Can't stand it anymore. I have to take the subjects to the operating table and sever their skulls to extract a part of their brain. I do this over and over, day after day. It is awful. Guilt stays with me all the time, even after I go to bed. Commander Vincent instructs us, not see them as humans, they are just raw materials we use to create tyrants with. But it is we who cut their skulls. I can never consider them just as raw materials. They are humans just like we are. I asked Commander Vincent about ways to reduce their suffering, but he ignored my requests, saying that by using anesthetics, pure beta hetero non-serotonin, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce that, cannot be extracted. Even if it is the company's orders, I don't believe what we're doing is ethical. I'm sure that we'll be sent to the worst possible place when I die. Or perhaps I should say I'm already there. So they need to extract that chemical from the brains of people while they're, well, kind of alive to help produce tyrants. And another one. Okay, I think we'll change to the grenade gun. But we'll use regular grenade rounds. Because look, the Ivies have escaped. And you can see the grenades kind of fly out in a spread. And that spread makes it a little difficult to gauge exactly where you're hitting them. Though we lucked out that time. Where'd you come from? Now this time we do have the activation disc. We're going to power up the station. We've also let loose some zombies. That's alright, we got plenty of firepower to deal with zombies. if we check out the room they just came out of? Well, there are more zombies in here. There are also grenade rounds. Okay, well, since the power is on, we can now activate the shutter. There's some ivies hiding back there, too. Now, the ivies in this game don't seem quite as dangerous as the ivies in Resident Evil 2. Like, after we blow them away, their tentacles don't sit there, you know, swiping at us. This appears to be a researcher. He is not breathing anymore. We did get the ID card. Which we need to open this door. Actually, it's an elevator. Alright, and here are some advanced IVs, I guess is a good thing to call them. Though we're doing pretty good taking them out with the grenade gun. Maybe that's what I should have been doing this whole time. I should have been using the grenade rounds to take care of IVs. Now I see some flame rounds. And I see a blue herb.
They are creating these monsters on this island.
Yeah, this is where they're mass producing them. And one wants to come after us. Well, we've got just the thing for you. Yeah, you go ahead, you block it. Come on, get a little closer. Uh-oh, Lott. Actually, a rocket launcher is a little overkill. I mean, it hasn't stopped me yet, but... yeah, a bat isn't going to cut it.
Help!
But thankfully, that hunter was dumb.
Lott!
Decided to jump at you instead of just ripping you to shreds.
Hang on!
Uh-oh. That wasn't the only one. So we're going to have to take out this hunter before we can save Lott. But a shotgun to the face. Even hunters don't like that.
Lott!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
What are you talking about? It's not your fault. Vincent is the one who caused everything. Well, I mean,
You? What do you mean? You're the detective. Your name is Ark Thompson.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
Really?
we're the detective, huh?
I'm not Vincent? Then why did you run away from me?
Because I'm the one that told Vincent about you.
Hello, I'm Vincent. I've been transferred to this facility to inspect it.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I know Commander Vincent. So I knew that you weren't him when I saw you.
What? A spy?
All right, so
Thank
there you
you.
go. The man in white
You are a good boy.
is actually Vincent.
So then I'm Ark and not Vincent. Lott, do you know of any way to get off this island?
My dad told me that there's a railway station up
Oh,
ahead from
there's a
here.
first aid spray over there.
A railway station?
I heard that it runs underground.
Okay, we'll use that. Let's go get Lily. Go ahead! Hurry! We'll meet at the station!
The self-destruction system has been activated. This island will self-destruct in 10 minutes. All the personnel must evacuate immediately. Repeat. All the personnel evacuate immediately.
Alright, well, that's where we want to go. I'm just going to grab that real quick.
That's right. At the request of my friend, Leon S. Kennedy, I came here to investigate. Oh, yes. I remember everything.
Tell me the truth. You are a spy, aren't you?
So there we go. Our main character, actually, Ark, got into a fight with Vincent in the headquarters, I guess, whatever room that was. And during the fight, he got a hold of Ark's tag.
Yes.
And that's what we found on him
I'm
earlier.
not Vincent. I'm Ark.
Well, Ark, we gotta keep moving. And those are some goodies. More Magnum rounds. Did I get you both? Yeah. Your turn. Ooh, that up there on that monitor, that doesn't look so good. Now let's combine those with... Let's go with the flame rounds. Yeah, does that look familiar to you up there? got the master key. Yeah, they got a tyrant. Just floating there, waiting to cause trouble. Now that's a special tyrant. And in here we would also get our last note. There we go. How to extract the material. How to extract beta hetero non-serotonin. To establish a system of mass-producing tyrants, it is absolutely necessary that during the process of gene cultivation, a large amount of pure beta hetero non-serotonin must be injected. This material is one of the human brain's elements. It has been revealed that the material is mainly produced by the pituitary of people at the later periods of developing their secondary sex characteristics. Also, medical data shows that this cerebral material is produced in response to the excessive secretion of noradrenaline that is produced from the locus coeruleus in the brainstem. Noradrenaline is the cerebral material secreted when people are in a state of extreme tension or fear. Yeah, so that's why they can't sedate people when they're cutting their heads open. As the beta hetero non-serotonin only exists in active cells, you can't extract it from a dead brain. Thus, the best way to extract the material is to cut open the subject's skull without using anesthesia. This will cause the excessive secretion of noradrenaline. The pituitary is then ripe for immediate extraction. Vincent Goldman, Commander, Tyrant Plant on Shina Island. So yeah, they're real sickos. They're just really bad people.
Vincent.
Yep.
If it wasn't for you, I could have completed my mission. Umbrella was going to take care of me. But you had to go and screw it all up. Now, you're going to pay!
Not exactly.
No.
So the tyrant is loose. Actually, this tyrant is pretty easy to deal with. As I say as I get punched in the face. Let him run up to you and then just take a step or two back. Now the hallway is only so long, so eventually what you're going to do is run around it. But don't run all the way. And we got him. So the tyrant is destroyed, and Vincent is dead. But that's not the only way this encounter could possibly go. Now, this is what happens outside of the Tyrant Lab during Path B.
I can't believe you're not dead yet.
So this time we're stopped by the Cleaner Commander.
You must be the leader of the cleaner unit sent by Umbrella to destroy the evidence of this biohazard.
A guy we've had no interaction with whatsoever.
I don't have time for your pathetic games. I have already sent the self-destruction system, This island will be gone in a matter of minutes. Adios, Ark.
But yet he knew our name. He knew who we were. Yeah, but it is. He gets taken out by the tyrant all the same. And finally, what happens during Path C, right outside the tyrant laboratory?
Andy!
Yep, this time it's Andy that stops us.
Kill you, Vincent.
Who still thinks we're Vincent. Who still thinks we're Vincent.
I'm not Vincent!
You know, I kind of feel bad for the poor guy.
Liar.
He's confused, he doesn't know what's really going
You are
on.
Vincent.
And this
You're a
happens to him.
murderer. Now die! Why?
So let's get going now that we're done with that. Well, it's pretty clear that the tyrant is not done yet. But we're not going to stick around and see what's going on. Alright, we've used the master key. Now we're in this long hallway and the door's below. And looky. Well, we got one of them. And there's the other one. Now in this case, one of them does drop an item. And this is the last time we're going to deal with any Agent Axe. But that's not the only possible encounter we can have going down this hallway. In fact, we get a different encounter depending on which path we've gone through during the whole course of the game. Let's look at the other ones. And here's what happens in the hallway by the train in Path B. Cleaners. Lots and lots of cleaners. But a single shotgun shot put them all down. And now, what happens in the hallway outside the train? What horrible monsters? Well, actually, nothing. In Path C, Path 3, all the rooms are empty. So for all the extra monsters we had to put up with, we don't have to put up with any here. Okay, so that's that. Let me heal a little bit. I'm going to switch to our shotgun. Alright, there are the kids.
Get on the train! Hurry!
5 minutes to detonation. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Alright, don't worry about that. We've got more than 5 minutes.
Evacuate immediately.
Okay, some shotgun bullets. You can't. The shutter for the platform is down. You can't move the train under these circumstances. Yeah, so there's the shutter. We're gonna have to raise that. And push the switch. Yeah, but look who's here ready to stop us. Yeah, we got some cleaners here. What's worse is these cleaners respawn. Hi. And if you had not encountered cleaners earlier in the game, you might be wondering, what the heck are these enemies? Alright. We've made it. We're out of here. Okay, nothing back there. Sometimes I think there are items back there. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Get in the helicopter!
Oh yeah, the tyrant's not done with us yet.
It's still alive.
Alright, time for our boss fight. Now this fight is a little tougher. He's much more aggressive, moves much faster. It's very hard. Now this is a good time to use our grenade gun. Actually, I think you can shoot it out of the air when it jumps. It's just hard. Did we get him? No, it's just mutating further. Now it looks more like the tyrant we know and love from the other Resident Evil games. Now this is the point where I like to break out the Magnum. And in this case, we want to try to shoot it in the heart. While I'll give, other Resident Evil games like Umbrella Chronicles and stuff like, grief for making the heart the weak point, there is precedence here, and they really did it first. Yeah, don't let him hold on to you when he grabs you like that. I'm just really worried that I'm gonna get killed here. We should be able to take him out just using our Magnum, but what is more appropriate to kill a tyrant with than a rocket launcher? Although this tyrant can also knock rockets out of the air. But good riddance. Good riddance to you, you jerk. Alright, let's enjoy the ending to Resident Evil Survivor.
Hurry!
Seconds to detonation. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, there goes China Island.
safe.
It can't be!
Oh, but it is.
Get down!
That's right. Knock him off with a rocket. And listen, actually.
What are we gonna do, mister?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but don't worry. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
Alright, and there you have it. Another Resident Evil game ends with a facility blowing up and our characters flying away. So Resident Evil Survivor, I kind of like. I don't think it's really a very strong entry in the Resident Evil series, but I do like what they got going on here, and I kind of wonder how differently it would have played if they still used the light gun. But I can understand why people don't have the highest of opinion of this game. It has the least going on in terms of gameplay of all of the games. There's only really the one storyline, although there are kind of 3 different paths. There's nothing to unlock except the rocket launcher, and it doesn't play enough like the other Resident Evil titles, so if you wanted more of that, this game isn't going to scratch that itch. But it does do some interesting things in here, I think, especially in that it expands upon more of the Resident Evil story in interesting ways. It introduces us to more of Umbrella. It tells us more about how they produce tyrants and makes them their monsters. It gives us an idea of just the kind of depravity and cruelty that the people who control Umbrella are willing to go through to make these monsters. Now, while I liked it, I hope you enjoyed watching me play it, and maybe you can consider going out and trying it yourself. To the best of my knowledge, this was only available on PlayStation. It never had a PC release, it was never released on any other consoles, and I don't even think it was ever available on like the PlayStation Network store. So if you want to play it, you're going to have to go out and get your hands on it. But that shouldn't be too difficult. As a Resident Evil game, it did get a good release, and it's not a really popular version of the game, so it's not exactly something that collectors really try to, get their hands on. So you should be able to find physical copies of it at a pretty good price. Now that's going to do it for me. I'm going to say goodbye. We're just going to let the credits scroll here, and I'll see you all in our next game. Take care. Hey, not bad. S rank. We got it under an hour and a half. Our hit average went up a little bit, and we killed 169 monsters. Alright, take care everybody.